Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up? How you doing? How you been? What's going on? What's good? How you getting it in? Body getting it funny? What's going on, people? Okay, I'm on this website. It says conservative fighters, and the ad says, make sure I get this right, 666 racist Procter Gamble ad crosses every line. If you are white, brace yourself before watching. And basically it's about a black woman that's talking to a child and stuff, and it says this might be the most racist commercial any company has ever produced. More than 2 minutes of video produced at Procter Gamble Company of Manufacture, Cascade, Febreze, and Mr. Clean Tide, Swiffer, Downy, and Proctor, and products shown various scenes of black parents talking to their children about racism. And the ad titles the talk shows scenes of black parents spanning generations telling their kids about how the system is stacked against them, how racist white people are, and teaching them to fear the police. So as you see, websites like this basically is very racist, because they're teaching you different things in reference to the things that black people go through. And it says one of the scenes shows the black mother who appears to be from the 1940s and of the 50s and of 1950, holding a white doll and telling her mother that a woman at the store told her she was pretty for a black girl. That is not a compliment, the mother said. You are beautiful, period, okay? In the next scene, a mother talks to her son, probably about the N-word, a word utterly used by most black musicians. Then white people say these words. It is an ugly, nasty word, and you're going to hear it. And nothing I can do about that, she said. A sequential scene shows a mother doing a Be Gone era, telling the daughter headed to a camp that she can do anything they can do. The difference is you got to work twice as hard and be twice as smart, she said. Another scene, a mother from a current time tells her daughter what to do when you get pulled over, as if it is a guarantee to happen. When the daughter explains that she is a good driver, the mother enforces negative stereotypes against police officers, telling her this is not just about getting a ticket, it is about you not coming home. The ad is a part of Procter & Gamble My Black is Beautiful campaign, for which is promoted the hashtag Talk About Bias on social media. Now it says, those real-life conversations about conscious and unconscious bias are too common in homes across the country and weigh heavily on parents and children of many different backgrounds. We take seriously the opportunity to spark dialogue on what we can do to put an end to this harmful effect of bias and motive true change. The company director of global company communications, Damon Jones, said in a statement, if the goal was to get social media to talk about this ad, then it succeeded, but not entirely in the way the company wanted. Now, the P&G, we aspire to build a better world for all of us. And also, Still F. Rabbit says Procter & Gamble is a racist. Of course, they're going to say that. And propaganda video with no truth is what you posted. That's what some white woman said named Sharon Lynn, basically saying there's no truth to this. And corporate venue signing off a You Can Create and Powerful by advocating victimhood and stuff. And basically it's just a whole bunch of people saying that that the corporate venue signing off that is all put into creative empowerment as far as advocating in the victimhood and stuff, and saying that black people basically want to be victims and stuff. And Sharon Lynn said it is not an excellent video, it is disgusting, you're so dumb you don't even realize what racism videos is. And if you don't believe me, I'm gonna give you receipts. Stacy Lynch says a corporate venue signaling is really off-putting. You don't create empowerment by advocating for victimhood. Christopherism, boycott. How despicable and shameful of you to use racism to sell products to make white people evil and black people innocent victims. So basically, I'm letting you see. Backly, we're going to the internet. Here comes some more tweets. Boycott, despicable, shameful. Okay. Sharon Lynn. It is not an excellent video to discuss, and you're so dumb you don't even realize what a racist video is. Then Robin Glover said, stand up to racism by buying products that further monopolistic corporations run by white people. Robin Glover also says, corporations that market in insecurities while rely on cheap labor in China when they could be bringing good paying jobs to America. And it just goes on, and it says, Syrian boycotting all products due to race baiting, sick. We are not your props for propaganda. You know, and the thing about it is, basically they were just saying, you know, they're trying to do it as far as that. Now, there's a black corporate conservative, Anthony Bryant Logan, called the ad overly dramatic and pointed out that the ad serves a second purpose of devaluating the needs to nuclear families only on the scene showed a private president. But Logan also said the ads is unrealistic and noted that he would never have had talk like that with any of his family members. He never had to talk with any of his family members. And the only kind of talk I've got you need to do is you need to do what's the best thing as far as, you know, get to be doing right. He said it is all about personal accountability as far as personal responsibility. It is not about white people have this, white people have that. The whole commercial is from Procter Gamble. Has nothing to do more than a marketing plow. And that where's that plow to try to get black women on the internet to buy their products. He said it is a market campaign to get people to come purchase things. It is nothing else. It's not some kind of PSA. It's nothing but an artistic thing. As far as it's all about the money, and that's what basically he said it is. That it's, you know, basically I'm assuming that it's saying that the commercial is not relevant in reference to what they're saying as far as commercial, that it's just a trick to get their customers and stuff, you know. And it's funny because when I saw the picture of him and I wanted to see who this man was that was speaking, and he's a black conservative. Reaction to Procter Gamble to talk a commercial. So I'm gonna let you get a little glimpse of him, and keep in mind, he's on a website of 666, and usually sick means that he's what they call the coon. Coon is somebody who basically lives in the white world under the black face, but when it comes to times of trouble, the white person uses him to stand up for the black people. And let's just see if he's one of those people. Vacation Bible school when I was in West Virginia. You know, you're going up there and you're making crafts out of balsa wood and sticks and stuff like that. You're not actually learning anything. You're not going to no camp. And nobody ever said to me what was said to them in these commercials. Now, I'm going to just go straight to my experience, because that is the best way I can relate this video to all of you. I could tell a personal story about my life. Now, I grew up in a single parent household, but it didn't start like that. My parents were married when they were 18 and 21. I would have put a picture right here, but I don't want to put anybody's business out there. They got married in my grandmother's front yard in West Virginia, Rand University. So they knew each other since they were teenagers, but they got divorced when I was about 3 or 4 years old. But they were married 3 or 4 years before I was actually born. So put that in the proper context. So, you know, my parents at one point loved each other. They were together, but unfortunately they split. So due to that bond, I was able to get input from both of them, even though they were not in the same house with each other. Okay? Never in my life did I hear anything like this that was said in the video. The work twice as hard. I never heard that. You know, only time I hear that whole thing about, well, you got to be twice as smart and work twice as hard, the only time I ever heard that was in commercials like this. I've never heard that in my real walking life from anybody in my family. Not my mom, not my dad, not my grandma, granddad, nobody. I never ever heard that. All I ever heard, the only kind of talk I got was, you need to do right. You need to do the best things you got to be doing. When I got an F on my report card in 2nd grade, I got put in punishment for a month. No TV, no going outside, no nothing for a month for getting an F.
It was all about personal accountability, personal responsibility. It was not about, well, you know, the white people have this, white people have that. I never, ever, ever, ever heard that in my whole life, in my real walking life, for anybody in my family. Now I've heard that once I've gotten older, like on TV and stuff like that, but that's just not real. That's just not reality of the black experience, in my humble opinion, from my point of view. Now, I know many of you may
Okay,
have
okay,
different
okay,
experiences, and
okay.
that's
I heard
fine, but
enough.
for
I heard
me,
enough.
I
You
never
gotta
had
go.
that.
Well, there you have it. I guess all this black stuff we hear around here, you hear it is all made up. So black people, you're really not going through this stuff. It's not no racism. Where the hell y'all getting this from? It's all propaganda.
Anyway, that being said, I just want to leave your feedback on this. I just can't deal with these type of people. And I'll leave your feedback on y'all. Love you, and I want to thank you for watching Catch the Rave. You know, I just can't. You know, it's one thing of denial, but it's another thing. I guess if you're trying to get a higher position in life, you will sell out your own motherfucking people, because that's what we do. Well, I don't, but. And by the way, there's a couple of our Caucasian brothers and sisters who feel as though it is not right what they see with their own eyes. And guess what? They're not even black, but they basically stood and put themselves on the line because they do see that there is racism within this community of this world. They watch it with their own eyes and they come out in the forefront and with the glasses and shades off and they're in front of your face. So my brother, what world do you live in? Because it seems like a world of conservatives that don't matter when it comes down to your own people. It's not about race. It's about being fair. Stay woke.